So in a today's session, I will first go through some theoretical part, and after that, end of the video, I will show you some query. So using that query, basically that I share with you. So first of all, I am audible.
Yes, yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. So today we will go through the SQL syntax, insert, update, delete. Then SQL syntax for the limit, top clause, order by clause, group by clause. And after that SQL function, sum, average, minimum, maximum. Then we will go through for the SQL operator. Then some question for the pressure. Then we will go through for the SQL query practice and assignment. Please confirm once my screen is visible. So I will go through top 10 interview question and answer. Okay. So this is for the beginner to 1 year experience candidate. Okay. So if you are preparing for the SQL interview, then these 10 question very useful, and this is the basic level of SQL interview. Okay. So if you prepare for the interview question, then you will achieve the good position for the SQL interview. So first of all, I will introduce myself, Pravin Auti from Star Infotech online classes. So we are conducting online classes for the SQL mock interview and some technical part for the professional student. So we will go through one by one. So first question, this top 10 question useful for your SQL interview. So in that, what is the order of SQL query? So basically, this is the most important question asked in the interview. So what is the order of SQL query? So maybe interviewer give you this query and ask you that can you tell me the order of execution? So order of execution means क्या है कि first of all which block will be executed? Okay. So for example, this is a select query. In the select query, what first execute from run, then in a SQL engine, it will be start from the from keyword. Okay. So first of all, it will be go for the from order, and after that where condition. Okay. So basically, it will be filtering the data based on the where condition. So in this question, in this question, in a where condition, there is a order date between 2022 of January 1st and 22nd of March 31st. Okay. So between that data will be filtered and again and customer city equal to New York. Okay. So this execution start at second. Then it will be go for the group by clause. Okay. So group by clause it will be executed and it will be grouping the data based on the customer ID. Okay. So once the customer ID will executed, then it will be go for the next level. Okay. So after that, it will be go for the having clause. Okay. So having clause will be executed fourth state. Okay. So this is a having clause if used here. Okay. In this case, there is a no having clause. Then it will be go for the then select. Okay. So select will be executed at fifth position. Okay. After that distinct and after that order by and after that limit. So many students will confuse. It will be saying that the first will be executed, execution start will from select. So this is wrong. Okay. Then moving the next question. So what are the SQL wildcat character? Do you know the wildcat character? So basically, wildcat character is a special symbol used in a SQL query to search specific the pattern within the string data. Those character are the particularly effective for the like and not like clause. Okay, allowing you for the filtering the result based on the particular matches. So basically, wildcat character. So it is again important question in an interview. Interviewer asks you what is the wildcat character. So percentage sign, then underscore, then the range of character. It is a wildcat character in a SQL. Okay. Then moving next, then explain the different type of SQL command. Okay. So this is the most important question asked in the interview. interviewer want to know ki, do you know the different type of command available in SQL? So basically there are three kind of SQL commands available. First of all is the data definition language. We will say as a DDL. Then data query language DQL. Then data manipulation language DML. Then data control language DCL. And then there is a data transaction control language DCL. Okay, so basically in a SQL, if you categorize the different type of command in a four category, so the four categories are DML, then DDL, then DCL, and then TCL. Okay. So in a DML, the select, insert, update, and delete. This command is in a DML. Okay. In a DDL, basically create, alter, crop. So basically this command will definition level means we are creating the table. When we are altering the table, drop the table, then this command will be useful. Then control data control language. So basically, it will be control the SQL query. So basically, it will be allowing some the privileges like grant and revoke. This command will be come under into the DCL. Then TCL. So basically, TCL means transaction control language. So basically, transaction control means if suppose whenever we performing any transaction, that time we will use begin, tran, commit, and rollback. So basically, begin tran, it will be indicating that our transaction will be started from here and commit and roll back. Basically, if we committed the statement, then it will be permanently store the result. Okay, store the affected data. And if you roll back the data, then it will be roll back. Whatever the we perform operation, it will be roll back. So this is the basically different type of SQL command. Then the fourth question, what do you mean by the data integrity and what is the importance for the data integrity? So basically data integrity is a concept and process to that ensuring the accuracy and completeness, then consistency and validity of the organization data. So basically, data integrity means we can ensure that whatever the data we are processing, it will be the accurate data, complete data, and it will be consistent data. Okay. So basically, many organization performing the data integrity for the following the company standard. Okay. So basically, how to ensure that data integrity. So basically, again, interviewer asks you that how we can they, how we can perform the data integrity. So basically, whenever we performing the any operation, then we can use the valid input. Okay. So for example, if we storing the data in a student table roll number, then we need to only allow for the integer value. Okay, then remove duplicate. So basically duplicate value we can remove from the table. So duplicate value which will be impacting our the data integrity. Okay. Then access control. So basically access control useful for the means we can give the access for the particular authorized person. Okay. Means for example admin. Then we have the developer. So different access we can provide it. Then backup the data. So basically, DBA must be DBA must be ensure that the data backup regularly. Okay, so this way we can ensuring that data integrity will follow. So this is the question number four. Then question number five, what is the difference between having and where clause? So basically, this is again important question. Interviewer ask you the what is the difference between having clause and where clause. So there is a main difference between the having and where clause is that where clause operate in an individual row of the data. So when we use the where clause, it will be operating by the row wise. Okay, and having clause basically having clause is for the filtering the aggregated data. Okay, then again where clause cannot be used within the aggregate function, where the having clause use basically filter the result based on the aggregation condition. So if you check in a below example, there is the employee table, and in that employee table, we are using the where condition. So in a where condition, how we can write select staff from employee where salary less than 8,000. Okay, so then data will be filtered. So if you check the whatever the data less than the 80,000, those data will be filtered. So basically, this salary greater than the 80,000. Okay, So salary is greater than it is 19,000, then 1,10,000 data will be filter. Okay, that means the data will be filtered based on the row basis. Okay, then having clause, basically after the having clause, it will be used whenever we are performing any aggregation function. So in this query, if you check, select department ID, sum of salary as a salary from employee group by department and having the sum of the salary greater than 1 lakh. So in this query, if we check computer department, if you add the summation, then it will be 1,70,000 and automobile will be 1,10,000. That means that this data based on the department data will be arranged. Okay, so computer departments will be grouped by each other and it will be calculating the total salary. So salary will be 1,70,000. So this is the difference between the group by and having. So how we can create an empty table with the same structure of an another table. So basically, for example, this is the employee table, and we need to copy this data, means data as well as the structure of this employee into the another table. So for that, we are using the into keyword. So this is the into keyword. It will be useful for the creating the copy of the existing table to the new copy of the table. So this achieve for that we use the into keyword. Okay. Then we can also means prepare for this question number 6. Then question number 7. What is the what is the 10 difference between delete and truncate command, and which is the faster and why? So in this question there are three questions asked. First of all, we need to tell the 10 difference, at least 10 difference between the delete and truncate, and which is the faster and why it is the faster. Okay. So if you check delete command, if you know delete command is a DML command, data manipulation language. Then the truncate command is a DDL language, so data definition level it will be used. So when we use the delete command, it will be used for the delete specific row or one or more the record from the table, and the truncate table which will be delete all the rows from the table. Okay. Then third difference is the there is a where condition that delete command filter the record. Okay, so instead of the that truncate command, it will be may not be where clause use, truncate the command. Okay, then in a delete command, the tuple is a lock before the moving. In other side, the truncate command, it will be not doing that. Okay, then the truncate command is slower than the sorry, delete command is slower than the truncate command. Why? So this question asks that what is the which is the faster? So delete command is slower than the truncate command, but truncate command is faster than the delete command. So then again, why? So basically, when we performing the delete operation, that time we are going for the row by row. So we particular where condition we will use in that. So that's why it will be taking time for the deleting the data. But where the truncate command in a single shot, it will be deleting the all the data. Due to that, the truncate command is faster than the delete. Okay. That what is the result of 1 divided by 2 and 1 divided by 2.0 in a SQL and why? So this is again a very important question. So interviewer asks you what is the result of the 1 divided by 2. So in a general it will be 0.5. But if you check in a SQL, if you divided 1 by 2, it will be answer will be 0. Okay, and if you divided by the 1 divided by 2.0, then 0.50. So how means basically we need to tell. So basically the data type of the numerator and the denominator both are the integer, means the result set to the data type of the integer. Okay, so if you divided by 1 divided by 2, then in that case it will be result will be 0. But in the other side, if we divided 1 divided by 2.0, so in a numerator is an integer, but in a denominator is a float data type. Okay, so float means 2.0. So that's the result. So the final result will be float. Okay, so 1 divided by 2.0 is a 0.50. Then moving next, the question number 9, explain the acid property in a SQL. So this is again very important question asked in a interview. Acid property. Acid means ACID. So A means atomicity, C means consistency, I means isolation, and D means durability. Okay, so they are the essential property that ensure the reliability and integrity of the database transaction. So this is a transaction related property. So when we performing any transaction, then this ACID property should be followed. So this is the one standard given by the SQL. So your transaction follow this the ACID property. So A for the atomicity means the data will be the transaction will be single, individual, and unit of the transaction. Okay. Then consistency, basically atomicity means transaction will be atomic. Okay, C means consistency, transaction being DB from one consistent state to the another. So transaction must be consistent. Okay, then isolation, transaction can be isolated from the each other. So if you are performing the multiple operation, then this will be the most important. Then the D, durability. So basically durability means the transaction must be the particular time it will be durable. Okay. So this, so question number 10. So SQL join. Okay. So if you all of you know that there are different type of SQL join. So means there is a inner join, left join, right join, full join, inner join, left join, right join, full join, and cross join. So this is the basic of SQL joins. Okay. So if we check in the inner join, there is a two table, A table and B table. In that A table, there is some data, B table having some data. So if we perform the inner join, okay. तो अगर हम यहाँ पे इनर जॉइन परफॉर्म करते हैं तो वो टाइम पे जो भी कॉमन एलिमेंट रहेगा दोनों टेबल में से, ओके, तो कॉमन एलिमेंट हमें यहाँ पे मिलेगा आउटपुट में इनर जॉइन में। ओके, लेफ्ट जॉइन में क्या होगा कि ए टेबल है, बी टेबल है, उसमें से अगर हम लेफ्ट जॉइन अगर हम यहाँ पे अप्लाई करते हैं तो यहाँ पे हमें क्या मिलेगा, ए टेबल का ऑल द डेटा मिलेगा। उसके साथ साथ हमें ये दोनों टेबल में जो भी कंबाइंड डेटा है, मतलब जैसे कि अभी आप देखोगे कि यहाँ पे ये पोर्शन जो है ये ए का भी है और बी का भी है, ये डेटा यहाँ पे हमें मिलेगा, राइट। तो राइट जॉइन में क्या है कि फॉर एग्जांपल ए टेबल एंड बी टेबल, ये अपने लेफ्ट साइड पे एंड राइट साइड पे बी टेबल है, राइट। अपने हैंड पे अगर हम देखेंगे कि ए साइड पे अपना मतलब ए टेबल अपने लेफ्ट साइड पे है, राइट, और राइट साइड पे कौन सा टेबल है, बी टेबल है। तो राइट जॉइन में क्या होगा कि जो राइट साइड पे जो टेबल रहेगा उसका ऑल डेटा आएगा, ठीक है। उसके साथ साथ जो कॉमन डेटा है मतलब दोनों टेबल में ए और बी में वो डेटा यहाँ पे हमें मिलेगा। उसके बाद अपना आएगा फुल जॉइन। तो फुल जॉइन में क्या होगा, ए टेबल है, बी टेबल है, ओके। तो ए और बी में से ऑल टेबल का ऑल डेटा यहाँ पे फुल जॉइन में हमें मिलेगा, ओके। तो दोनों में से ऑल डेटा आएगा, मतलब ए टेबल में रहेगा या फिर बी टेबल में रहेगा या फिर कॉमन टेबल जो रहेगा, बेसिकली ये तीनों का जो आउटपुट है, मतलब इनर जॉइन का आउटपुट, लेफ्ट जॉइन का आउटपुट और राइट जॉइन का आउटपुट, अगर हम इसको मैच करेंगे तो हमें जो डेटा मिलेगा वो होगा हमारा फुल जॉइन। उसके बाद आएगा क्रॉस जॉइन। तो क्रॉस जॉइन बेसिकली क्या होता है कि इसमें ऑल द डेटा हमें मिलेगा, मतलब इसका आउटपुट यहाँ पे मिलेगा, बट क्या होगा कि अगर यहाँ पे वन है तो ये वन हर एक रो पे हमें मैच मिलेगा, यहाँ पे टपल फॉर्म में हमें डेटा मिलेगा, मतलब वन वन, वन टू, वन थ्री, वन फोर। तो ये डेटा हमें मिला। उसके बाद यहाँ पे टू है तो टू वन, टू टू, देन टू थ्री, देन ये टू यहाँ पे फोर पे आएगा। तो ये अगेन अगेन मूविंग नेक्स्ट, तो थ्री है तो थ्री वन, थ्री टू, थ्री थ्री, देन थ्री फोर, ऐसा ये डेटा मिलेगा। अगेन नेक्स्ट जाएंगे तो फोर वन, फोर टू, फोर थ्री, फोर फोर, ऐसा हमें डेटा यहाँ पे मिलेगा क्रॉस जॉइन में। तो ये जो क्रॉस जॉइन या लेफ्ट जॉइन है, और राइट जॉइन है, इसका हम नेक्स्ट लेक्चर में हम देखेंगे कि हाउ दिस सिक्वल जॉइन परफॉर्म। ओके, तो अभी हम क्या करेंगे, फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल लेट मी माय स्क्रीन विजिबल राइट, can anyone tell my screen visible ना?
Yes, sir.
या ओके, सो अभी हम थोड़ा प्रैक्टिकली सेशन पे यहाँ पे मूव करेंगे, ठीक है। तो जैसे मैंने कल आपको बताया था कि मैंने एक टेबल क्रिएट किया था, स्टूडेंट टेबल। ओके, तो ये मेरा टेस्ट डेटाबेस है, इसमें मेरा एक टेबल है स्टूडेंट करके। ओके, तो ये मेरा एग्जिस्टिंग टेबल है। अगर मैं इसको रन करता हूँ तो मुझे इसमें से जो डेटा है वो डेटा मुझे यहाँ पे मिलेगा, ठीक है। तो जैसे कि हमने यहाँ पे देखा कि ऑर्डर ऑफ SQL क्वेरी, तो मैं क्या करूंगा कि ये SQL क्वेरी का ऑर्डर ऑफ एग्जीक्यूशन में आपको एक्सप्लेन करूंगा, ठीक है। फॉर एग्जांपल मेरे पास एक क्वेरी है, मेरे पास ये डेटा है, तो इसमें मैं फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल सिलेक्ट स्टार फ्रॉम, तो ये मेरा स्टूडेंट टेबल है। तो स्टूडेंट टेबल में से उसके बाद यहाँ पे मैं क्या करूंगा, वेयर कंडीशन, वेयर, तो वेयर कंडीशन में फॉर एग्जांपल वेयर स्टूडेंट, स्टूडेंट नेम, यहाँ पे मैं क्या करूंगा, डिपार्टमेंट आईडी इक्वल टू 1 किया, तो और यहाँ पे ग्रुप बाय किया, ग्रुप बाय बेस्ड ऑन द डिपार्टमेंट आईडी। उसके बाद आएगा अपना ऑर्डर बाय भी मैं क्या करूंगा, ये डिपार्टमेंट वाइज करूंगा, ठीक है। और अगर मैं यहाँ पे निकलूंगा स्टूडेंट नेम और कॉमा समेशन ऑफ मार्क्स, तो जब हम ये क्वेरी रन करेंगे तो हमें ये डेटा मिलेगा, ठीक है। यहाँ पे हम इसको बोलेंगे मार्क्स। तो अभी इसका अगर आपको पूछा गया कि इसका ऑर्डर ऑफ एग्जीक्यूशन कैसा रहेगा, तो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल क्या होगा कि अपना जो स्टार्ट होगा जो एग्जीक्यूशन, तो वो फ्रॉम से स्टार्ट होगा, ठीक है। तो पहला अपना स्टूडेंट टेबल यहाँ पे रन होगा, ठीक है। उसके बाद वेयर कंडीशन रन होगा, उसके बाद ग्रुप बाय होगा, और उसके बाद अपना सिलेक्ट स्टेटमेंट रन होगा, और एंड ऑफ द ऑर्डर बाय क्लॉज रन होगा, ठीक है। तो ये ऑर्डर ऑफ एग्जीक्यूशन रहेगा, ठीक है। अगर मैं इसको एग्जीक्यूट करता हूँ तो इफ यू चेक execution plan, it will be start from the, if you check the where condition will be start first। okay, so ये हो गया अपना ऑर्डर ऑफ एग्जीक्यूशन। तो नेक्स्ट जो मैंने आपको एक्सप्लेन किया था कि